Hey everyone, my name is Colin and I'm Arraya's Content and Digital Media Specialist. In our last video, I mentioned that Microsoft Teams never seems to stand still. And with the Ignite conference just behind us, the pace of updates to the platform has only picked up. Staying on top of all these new features can be tricky, so we decided to make catching up on Teams sort of a regular thing here. With me again to talk about all things new and noteworthy in Teams is one of Arraya's in-house experts on the subject, John Salmons Jr. Welcome back, John.
Hey, thanks, Colin.
So, I guess the easiest place to start is what's new since we last spoke?
So briefly, so Microsoft Lists now, you can incorporate into the Teams client, which is awesome for collaboration and just organization. So the SharePoint Lists app is integrated. You can add it and then create templates and stuff like this, which I think we can actually go over a little bit later. The other cool thing I think they did was coordinated meetings. So what that is all compatible Teams devices will be able to sync. So let's say you're in a conference room, in a Teams room, and you're in a meeting. The compatible devices can actually join the meeting and sync up at the same time. Now, let's say you have, you're going over a meeting, you have somebody in the back of the room, they're kind of far, they're at a weird angle, and they want to get a closer look at the content being shared, right? It happens. So they pull out their phone, they say, I'm going to join the meeting from my phone via Teams. Teams will be smart enough to know that that person is there in the Teams room participating and will automatically, when they join, mute their microphone. And that will obviously avoid that horrible audio feedback we've all experienced a million times.
Cool. And so let's talk about some roadmap stuff. What are some features or updates that maybe they're not here yet, but they're on tap?
So some of the very cool things coming down the pipe that I feel is collaborative calling is what they're calling it. Now this I see has numerous uses in across the industry, and what that's going to allow you to do is you can actually go and you can connect a queue to a Teams channel. From within that queue, Teams members can collaborate, chat, and also take calls from within that queue. So that leads me to breakout rooms. I think that's something that everybody's going to be hugely excited for. So breakout rooms is going to be awesome. So the organizer of the meeting will be able to say, if this person and this person has to talk about something that maybe not everybody has to hear or aren't privy to the information, they can break off into a breakout room, have their conversation, come back to the main meeting, and converse with the team about what was talked about and share it that way while giving them a private space to talk about whatever they need to discuss. So,
all right. Well, John, we talked about a lot of new features, upcoming features, but I think it's always helpful to kind of see one of these in action, right? And you mentioned that earlier that we might have a chance to take a look at lists.
Yes.
Do you think we'll be able to do that?
Absolutely. So let me go ahead and share out my screen here. So here we have our demo tenant. So I can kind of show you how the list app works and how that goes here. So if you go in your Teams here, you have your channel layout. If you go down to apps here, you can search for apps, and this is just simply lists. There it is, Lists Microsoft. So you click on that, and then it's going to ask you to add it to a team.
Okay.
Now, based on what team you want to use it in, let's say in this demo tenant, there's a retail channel. So let's say the retail channel, they're getting ready and they're working on a project of great importance, and they want to kind of organize the team and getting the workflow a little bit more efficient, right? So we're going to go ahead here, and they're asking you what team or channel name you'd like to do. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and put it in the general retail. So go ahead and set up the tab. Okay, select save. Then it's going to pop up here and it's going to ask you to create a list or add an existing list. So the cool thing is you go to create a list here and it's going to bring up a ton of existing templates that they've created And, a lot of things that people do, you can obviously create your own to fit exactly what you are looking to do. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say retail is looking to bring on more people. So we're going to go ahead and select recruitment tracker. So you can see here, that's the template that they predefined. You can go down and you can see how, it's a great way of keeping tabs on your, talent acquisition. So you go ahead and use template. You can change the color. You can give a description about what it's about. It's the recruitment tracker. Change the icon and just create. So once that's done, you see in the retail here, if you go here, you'll see over here, there's lists. Okay. So then from here, you can go to your new item.
Okay.
And you can enter all the information in. And, it really gives everybody a great way to kind of, be together, be organized, use the same list. Everybody has access to it as defined by the creator.
Yeah.
And that's it. I really think, it's something that I've started to use a lot personally on my teams to kind of keep track of the team and what we got going on. And I personally think it's fantastic, and I feel like a lot of people could really benefit from having this lists integration within Teams.
Hey, interesting stuff as always, John. So if you'd like to learn more about lists or any of the other features, either new or upcoming that John talked about today, you can catch up with him and our other Microsoft and collaboration experts through the Arraya website. Thanks again for your time, John.
Thank you, Colin. Take care.